Right now I'm 228.
You talked about that. So you're envisioning a bigger role to see him into this season. How did that change your season? Just knowing what was there in terms of opportunity.
There was a lot of motivation behind it. You know, those early mornings, sometimes you just naturally ask yourself why are you getting up this early? And because I have a team to prepare and just go to war with, and I love these guys, and everybody's here has been putting a lot of work, even if they went home or they stayed with Sandman. So, and it's definitely showing.
Initial impressions of your new coaching staff and your new coach?
Oh man, they're all hands on deck, man. They just want players to be good. They just want them to be just better than the previous year. Again, you know, that mindset of just growing each year, and I could say honestly that every player has grown from last year, and besides Franz and Cole, we don't really know what they were last year, but everybody, they just really are excited for the development of each player.
How's practice been going since we saw you in Chicago?
Oh, practice has been going great, man. We actually got back that next practice. We got right back into that next day. We got right back into it. So it was good. It was actually kind of weird to get away from the guys for a little bit because we've been going at it for probably 2 months straight, and it always felt good to get back. And I don't know. I guess it's been fluent. It's been good. We got practice after this, so I'm excited to see what we got today.
What are you most excited for this season?
Shoot. Getting back to it, man. You know, you got John and X, so last year. So I honestly thought about that when I was at home. I was like, we got 2 seniors that have well enough experience. You know, they've been down the road, and it's just I want to get them back to that road and actually come out with the W. So that's one of my goals.
Juwan talked about you made a lot of improvements physically this summer. What's kind of been your biggest focus this offseason?
Ball handling and my perimeter. I always had some bit of raw talent on the perimeter, but it's kind of feels like I'm a lot more solid at it, if you know what I mean. I just put a lot more time and work into it instead of just my shot. I worked on ball handling, getting to the basket, and it's just little stuff that I would have to do if they shut X out. I'd have to initiate the offense or whatever I have to do. Whatever I'm asked to do, it's just I'm prepared for it.
How comfortable do you feel now in terms of shot creation, creating for yourself?
Oh,
those kind of things?
it's so much more comfortable. Last year, the last 2 years, I had to play my role and do what I had to do. But and honestly, Coach Beilein and the last staff always thought I was going to end up playing small forward or just the 4, but just more ball handling, just more of that kind of stuff involved, But it just feels so much more comfortable.
Biggest difference from John Beilein to Juwan Howard as a coach?
All right, John Beilein. All right, I broke this down.
You knew it was coming.
Yeah, Johnny B was a guru. He's the guy who studied the game. He does his research on the game, and he's an analytical type guy. And that plays his parts. Coach Howard was more, so much more on player development, or just because he's played the game and he knows he's actually been at this. He's played at this college, so he knows how everything goes on. Coach Beilein didn't play the same level of basketball Coach Howard did, so that you can see the kind of the difference. But they both have taught me so much since where I'm at now. They've been with Juwan for about 3 or 4.
Has it been a good compliment to have the 2 ingredients?
Oh yeah, you got the shoot. Coach Beilein's taught me the game of college basketball, and now I have Coach Howard, who's played college basketball, to teach me more about it. Just stuff that Coach Beilein never got to know because he didn't play the game. So it's kind of good to have both sides of it.
What does your transition look like? Are you going to be guarding different people? Are you going to be bringing the ball up more? Talk about what it's going to look like in terms of offense and defense for you.
Let's start with defensively. I'm going to be guarding the 1 through 5 if I have to. You always get an emergency switch on a 5. I'm going to have to hold my own like I did last year. But primarily more this year, I'm going to have to guard and stay in front of a lot of point guards and just do the best I can to stay on them. Offensively, it's more bring the ball up, just being more comfortable bringing the ball up and just being that player who I know what I can be. And it shows in practice. Just confidence is rising each practice, and it just feels different, honestly. But it's actually what I want to be doing.
You feel like you can still kind of bang down there with the big guys on D?
Yeah, I still have. Coach Howard always makes me remember it, and I still have to.
Yeah.
What did you get from working with Micah? When did you start with it? Was it just this summer? When did you first?
I first started with Micah. This is my first time. My first started with Micah was probably May. Yeah, because school got done mid-April, and then I went back in May. So we got started. We got like at least one in every week, and I would go home and just keep doing keep doing like homework, and then I would go back and tell him, hey, I completed the homework, show him what I had, and he'll just give me more hard stuff to do that was very challenging.
What's the, if you could sort of sum it up, what has he helped you
He's
figure out?
he was focusing on weaknesses, and at the time, and still, one of my weaknesses were probably just confident ball handling and situational in basketball. He's not trying to teach you moves and stuff. He's more on situation and stuff like that.
Is it, do you
Oh yeah.
think about it when we're on the court?
I don't even think about it
Yeah,
anymore.
well, that's what I
It's kind of like second nature. Yeah, that's one thing I always thought it was gonna be like. I thought I was, oh man, think about doing this move, and I'm like, nah, it's come second nature.
Isaiah, Juwan's been here for a few months. You guys have been going after it, but does it still feel new?
Nah, not at all. He talks about family and he stresses family every day, and it's actually definitely like a family. Coach Beeline and the previous staff is still a family, of course. I still talk to all of them. I don't know about anybody else, but Coach Howard he's an incredible guy. The staff he brought with him, returning to Saudi, it still feels like home, and I thought that was a smart move by Coach Howard.
You talk about it from an overview perspective. What have you learned from Juwan in this short amount of time? Just as an overall perspective on the game, what have you learned most from him in a short amount of time?
I learned a lot from Coach Howard by just simply on the court, situational type basketball. I mean, he's always going to be a coach in the day, but I'll do something, he'll pull me aside and say, hey, that was a good move. Try doing this move. So it's kind of like combos. He's teaching me a lot of combo moves.
You got to earn your keep over again when a new coach comes in. What do you have to do to earn the guy's trust?
Oh man, you just got to sit down with him and have a conversation with him. Tell him what you're about and what you want this team to be about. I actually did that. I heard he became coach, and we came back, sat down with him, told him how I felt, and it's just how I want this season to go for my guys. And everything turned out positive and great. I was kind of expecting that because I had a previous phone call with him for a little bit, and I was just excited to get back to Ann Arbor. I didn't even want to be at home anymore.
What are people going to like about this team when they see it out there in the real game?
That they love this game. Everybody's playing the game with a passion. People have this edge about them. We're not going to be getting pushed over by anybody, but we're going to have an edge to us, and we're going to be out for revenge. Not revenge, but like coming out for. People have all those free rankings and all that crap. We're not going to overlook that. We're going to take that stuff seriously.
Does this kind of stuff take the heartbeat a little bit? Like, yeah, it means it's closer.
Yes, sir. We got. Someone said the number of practices, but when I heard it, I was just, I cannot wait. It was like November 1st. November 1st is our first game, I believe, and it's not that far away. Halloween's coming up, so that's how I'm really thinking about it.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thank you.
Jordan Poole's killing it in preseason.
Yes,
Have you
sir.
talked to him, and how's he doing? How's he liking it?
I talk to Knucklehead every day. He's actually doing the same. I'm so proud of him. I try to tell him as much as I can every day how proud I am of him. But honestly, what he's doing right now is a big step for Jordan. He even said he knows he can score the ball, but he knows that defense is really going to keep him on the floor. And I told him, I was like, you were super correct on that answer, because I didn't know how he was going to answer it, and it kind of caught me off guard. And I was like, yeah, he's definitely maturing as a player.
Is he gonna be rooting for you guys?
Oh yeah, for sure. He says he's gonna make it back to some games.
It's awesome.
How difficult has this transition been for you guys going from Coach Beeline to Coach Howard?
It actually hasn't been that difficult. Coach Howard and his staff has made it quite easy on us. You don't want to be a coach coming in, coach versus players type thing. So he stresses the value of family. And I think that was very important. The first thing was to be a family, connect, have that chemistry, and build, which builds confidence on the floor, and it's been shown in practice every day.
How much does it help to have guys on the coaching staff that have been through it before, especially here, but then to go play at the highest level for a long time?
Oh man, it's a blessing in disguise. You can ask them any question you want, they're gonna answer it because they're your coach, and they just want the best for you. And I don't know about other guys, but I've been trying to pick every coach's mind. Coach Martelli's been coaching for like 30, 35 years. Isley played in the league. Coach Howard played in the league. Saudi had a long playing career, so it's just like you got all this talent, career adding up. That's like 60 plus years maybe, and you got to ask them a bunch of questions while you can, because why not?
Fron said you guys are playing a little more NBA style. I guess what does that look like, having been a part of the team last year and maybe some of the changes?
College style, I know what he means. NBA style was more faster paced,
Sure.
transition, get out and run, transition. College style is probably more sets, run that clock down to 1. You're not shooting until 1 second. Basically what he's saying is the first shot available, where you're going to take it, basically.
And that's a thing you guys are all on, because I assume you coached the other way with Beeline.
Yeah.
You guys are all on board with that.
Oh, yeah. I mean, honestly, whatever coach says, we're going to do
True,
it, and
true.
it works out perfectly.
But